Hello, this is To The Point Videos with Dr. Mark Nimtz, and today I'm sharing part 3 of a 3-part series entitled Wholesome Movie Streaming Platforms and Family-Friendly Movies. Just a quick review, some of the platforms we shared were Right Now Media. If you'd like to become a member of Right Now Media, simply send me an email and a request at nimtz@ourshepherd.net. I will do my best to send you out an invite. Focus at Home is a free platform for movies. PureFlix is a paid platform for Christian movies and wholesome movies. And I also shared Christian Cinema. They are movies on demand, pay-per-view. I will not share a description of these movies, but these are the movies wholesome movies that I shared in part 2. I Still Believe, excellent movie. Overcomer, I Can Only Imagine. Steve McQueen, American Icon, a powerful testimony by Steve McQueen. The Blindsid, the story of Michael Orr. Soul Surfer, the story of Bethany Hamilton and her horrific shark attack. And then Unstoppable is the continuation of Bethany Hamilton's story as now a mother of a toddler and a professional surfer. Some of the movies that I did not get to in part 2, I'll share with you in part 3 are God's Not Dead. And God's Not Dead is the story of a Christian college student whose faith is challenged by an atheist philosophy professor. God's Not Dead 2 is about a high school teacher who comes under fire for answering some questions concerning Jesus. And then God's Not Dead, A Light in Darkness is the story of a pastor whose church burns down, and then the officials at an adjacent university attempt to kick his congregation off the campus. The Case for Christ is based upon the great book, The Case for Christ by Lee Strobel, an excellent book, excellent video. The War Room, awesome movie. I don't want to give too much away, but I will share with you that The War Room is actually a prayer room. Courageous is the story of a deputy sheriff. He experiences a personal tragedy that causes him to question what really is important in life. Facing the Giants, another great Christian movie. It's a Christian football movie. That's all I'll say about Facing the Giants, but it is a great watch. Luther, obviously, is about the 16th century church reformer, Martin Luther. And Fireproof. Fireproof stars Kirk Cameron, and it is really it's the story of a 40-day mission to rescue his marriage from a looming divorce. And now the other movies I'd like to share with you are movies that have been suggested within the comments, and anyone who did leave us a movie suggestion, a wholesome movie suggestion within the comments will be in the drawing for a $25 Dairy Queen gift certificate. A friend of mine from California suggested Joshua. It's a 2002 Christian movie about a man by the name of Joshua who comes into town and has a powerful impact upon everyone he meets. Joseph, King of Dreams, as well as The Prince of Egypt are movies suggested by my own grown children. They are DreamWorks movies. Joseph, King of Dreams, obviously Joseph. And The Prince of Egypt is the story of Moses going from being the Prince of Egypt to his ultimate destiny of leading the children of Israel out of Egypt. Pete's Dragon, perhaps you remember that. It's the 77 live-action animated music comedy. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang stars Dick Van Dyke, musical from the 1968, I'm sorry. Mary Poppins, another Dick Van Dyke movie with Julie Andrews, Dick Van Dyke co-starring. The Shakiest Gun in the West, starring Don Knotts. It's interesting, Dick Van Dyke and Don Knotts came up a couple of times because the incredible Mr. Limpet, the great story of Don Knotts, well, Mr. Limpet falling into the water, turning into the fish, and assisting in the World War II. The Great Race, a movie from '65 about a race from New York to Paris in the 1900s. And finally, The Black Stallion, the story of Alec Ramsey, who is shipwrecked on a deserted island, and he befriends an Arabian stallion. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just appreciate you watching the 3 videos here. If you have some favorite wholesome videos that you'd like to share, please do share them within the comments to this part 3, or any one of the other part 1 or part 2, and your name will be placed in with the rest for the April 30th drawing for $25 Dairy Queen gift certificate. This is To the Point Videos with Dr. Mark Nimtz. You have a great day in the Lord.